What is going on, everybody? How we are doing, and welcome back today to Driving Doncaster, our FIFA 17 Road to Glory career mode. Today's episode number 5, and we're going to be playing another 3 games. All games today, interestingly enough, in League 2, so hopefully we can get some momentum. But we're going to be kicking things off on transfer deadline day. But if you do enjoy this episode, make sure to leave a big thumbs up on the video. That's always massively appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. We're on day 5 now, I think it is, of career mode week. Only a couple of days left to go, so thank you so much for the support on both this career mode and the Manchester City career mode. And to kick things off, like I said, we're on transfer deadline day, but I should also show you we've got a new system which we'll go through in just a second. And also in the edit player screen, I asked you to what you wanted to do with the Bio. Again, I say this every time, and I'm probably butchering his name. And the comment came from How to Noob, and he wanted to see him with an undershirt with the number 53. Didn't ask for anything else, so I've left his socks and boots exactly as they were before. But Bio, I think actually could be a player that we end up investing in the long term, because for some reason I quite like him. He's rated 60, he's only 18 I think, so he's got a decent bit of potential about him, I would imagine. But yeah, he's been changed over, but I'll share the new system that we're going to be using now. So before, we were using a 3-4-2-1, which is having mixed success. And when I say mixed, it was mainly, it wasn't great, was it? But I decided to change it up. I mentioned I was going to do this in the last episode, which if you did miss, by the way, I'll put a link to it in the top right-hand corner of your screen now. And we've gone for an equally outlandish 4-2-4. I think it's a formation you don't see very often, but I do think because of all the quality midfielders and attacking players that we have got in the team, I do think it's something we can utilise quite well. I mean, if you look at the main team, we've got the likes of Ojo, we've got Brown that we brought in, we've got Dowell in there, we've got our captain, new captain, who is Tommy Rowe, who you voted to be the captain last time out as well. Blair, who's been in good goal scoring form, Williams, we've got Marquise on the bench as well. So I do think having that 4 at the back could really help us, because we were struggling a little bit in defence, and hopefully those 4 sort of almost 4 strikers really can hopefully grab some goals for us. But like I've mentioned, we're going to be trying that out for the first time in today's episode. We're currently on deadline day. I don't actually expect anything to go on. You might have also noticed that in the top left hand corner, our board happiness meter, whatever it's called, is now at 80. It was at 58 in last episode, so I don't know if that's kind of glitchy how it's bounced back so much. It will be partly because we're now, as far as profits go, we're 1.05 million in the profits, which is absolutely awesome. You can also see we're below, it's not tips currently, but our salary growth is now on 15%, so selling off Alcock does seem to have done the job and got rid of those 2 players on loan. So fingers crossed that can stay as it is, and we can, I mean, it's dropped to 79 again now. I mean, I don't know what causes it to fluctuate so much, but hopefully we can keep it up there. Hopefully if we can win some games, that'll keep it up there as well. But the last thing I want to mention, as we're skipping through transfer deadline day, I did ask if you thought I should send back Nemane, who of course picked up that injury in the last episode. A couple of people said that we should, but it will cost us about 100 grand just to cancel the loan. And purely because of that, I think we might as well just keep him. You know, he's had a good start. Hopefully in 3 months he can be back and playing regular again. But I'm not willing to sacrifice 100 grand. I was going to send him back and then bring in Diaz from Man City as his sort of kind of replacement on loan. But Diaz is on like 13 grand as well, so I just didn't think it was particularly viable. But we're about halfway. No, we're past halfway. We've got 3 hours left to go on deadline day. Nothing going on so far. And like I said, I don't expect there to be anything going on either. So there we are, transfer deadline day is over. It doesn't get much duller than that, I'm afraid. No signings for us, no one leaving the club either. We've got a youth squad monthly report, and this is going to be interesting because this is what I want to do now. Instead of bringing in players on loan, I want to try and buy players for ourselves, for our own team that belong to us, if that makes sense, and hopefully nurture them to become absolute beasts. But Scout has returned, transfer deadline day ended now. Scout has returned, could this be the future star? Yes, so lads, this is the future star. Now this is going to be interesting because I'd like him to be a striker. That would be absolutely perfect. What are we going to get? It's a central midfielder by the name of Lewis Watson. Now this guy's only at 16 right now. He's rated 58. Central midfield, it could have been worse, especially I mean, a goalkeeper would have probably been the worst case scenario. In fact, no, a left back or right back I'd say is the worst. But Lewis Watson is the future star, and we're going to be offering this guy a contract. This guy's hopefully going to be going with us through all the leagues. But Lewis Watson, welcome to the club. Currently valued at 240k. He's only going to want £425 a week, which is, you know, another reason why these things are so good. Could this man be the future of Doncaster Rovers? Here we are then, lads. It's our first game of today's episode. We're taking on Newport County away from home in the league. It's going to be the first time we'll be using the 4-2-4 formation. Hopefully, we can get a bit more consistency out of the team and pick up the 3 points in this game. It's going to be really interesting to see how we get on. The new boy, Watson, is not quite in the team yet. He's negotiating his contract. Newport County not having the best start. They're in 17th place. We're in mid-table in 9th. Hopefully, we can get a good result today and hopefully a good episode. I mean, 3 wins out of 3 would really push us up to the top end of the table, which is, of course, how we want to be. The player to watch is apparently Abdullah Mate. He played for, wow, I didn't know he played for Newport County. He's the veteran centre-back, and he could be a bit of a rock to get around. We'll go through our team in just a second. You can see how we're lining up for this first game. And here's our lineup. Like I said, lads, we're playing the 4-2-4. Etheridge in between the six has been a bit more impressive lately. Less worried about that position now as I was before. We've got Williams and Blair leading the line, Brown and Ojo on the wings, Rowe the captain with Dowell in the midfield, and then Bowdry, I think his name is, Adebayo, Taylor on the left back, and Lunt at right back. And hopefully, like I say, this team can do the job and pick up 3 points. Newport, that's a fantastic ball to find the winger there. Come on, slip across, it's Tosser, whatever you want to call him. Oh god, they picked out space. And it's a good save. The first one of the game by Etheridge to keep out Newport there. We were pulled open a bit too easily there. We need to be careful. I think it might be worth playing on defensive with this formation actually, just to make sure we've got some men back. But Etheridge claims the cross. Can we turn out here? Oh, not quite. Turning away. What can we do here? Do you know this? League 2 is just full of crunching tackles and great ones at that. It's a fantastic tackle to win the... Oh my god, it's another injury. It's another injury. I was mentioning it was a crunching tackle, and that is an absolute killer. It's Williams this time. I think that's 4 injuries in 5 games. Absolutely ridiculous. We're going to check on Marquise, who's been a decent scorer for us at the start of the season so far. You could say unlucky not to start. Oh, Williams off injured. Absolute killer. I cannot believe how many injuries we're having right now. Should have that. Well played. Taylor Sinclair's done well. Come on, Ojo, going down the line. It's the 45th minute. Come on, give us one last attack, ref. Oh, he might have done, but his pass is intercepted anyway. Should be half-time. Although Ojo's nicked in. Come on, it might not be half-time just yet. Square that. It's got to be 1-0. It's Blair in on goal. It's 1-0, lads. It's absolutely suicidal defending from Newport. Right on the stroke of half-time. Ojo won it back in a great position, and Blair, he's there once again. He's our top scorer this season, I would guess. He just seems to absolutely rifle the win, and there's no exception there. Keeper doesn't stand a chance, and we take a 1-0 lead right on half-time. Absolutely superb stuff. And it's right on the stroke of half-time. Like I mentioned, as soon as Newport kicked off, the ref blew his whistle. We take a 1-0 lead into the half. Last time we had a 1-0 lead at half-time, we threw it away from an absolute screamer. I can't remember who it was that we played now. I think it might have been... In fact, I can't remember, but it was an absolute belter by some lad named Oliver. Hopefully we don't face the same fate again, and we can see this one out. It's been a very close game, but we have got the lead. Give and go. Oh, didn't think we needed the 2 there. Newport have cleared it. There can't be long left to go now. We're in the 90th minute. Just clear it down the bottom, man. Just clear it down the bottom. We've not cleared it. Where's your whistle at, ref? Come on, it's the 90th minute. I swear to God, if Newport, I was going to say, if they'd have scored, then I would have been mad. The ref just didn't want to blow his whistle, but he finally did. And we pick up a 1-0 win on the road. The clean sheet pleasing me just as much as the win, because we haven't get many of those. In fact, that could be our first of the season. So that new system may be a bit better defensively, and we've got the job done in that game. Absolutely chuffed with that, lads. Oh, wow. So we've got the player injury to look at. We'll look at that first, actually. How long is he going to be out for? 3 months. We are not just having injuries, we are having terrible injuries. It's Andy Williams, 66 rated, our best striker, out for 3 months. The injuries just keep on piling up, lads. It's absolutely horrendous. But Lewis Watson actually rejected the contract we offered him because he didn't feel like he'd actually get to play every week, which he will be because we want to grow him. But we'll just try again and we won't offer him a squad role this time. And there it is, lads. Some exciting news. The superstar, the star boy, has joined the club. He signed the contract. Lewis Watson. Let's go and have a look at him and his in-game stats, skill moves, work rates, all that kind of stuff, and see exactly what we're dealing with. So Watson is currently 58 rated. His work rates are medium, and I've got to say, 5'8". I am kind of disappointed that he's only got a 1-star weak foot and a 2-star skill move set. I don't know if that can be improved over time, but we're definitely going to have to be keeping it on his right foot, that's for sure. Current positions he can play is central midfield and cam, so he'll be slotting right into the middle of our midfield, where hopefully he can be nurtured into an absolute beast in the future. So Watson joining the club also means, of course, that you need to pick a shirt number for him, as well as all his kit sort of I don't know what the word is, like adjustments do you want to see with wrist tape, ankle tape, what kind of boots, shirt fit, shirt untucked, tucked in, long sleeve, undershirt, all that stuff. Let me know what you want to see. Put it in the comment section down below and we'll adjust that for the next episode as well. Here we are then, lads. We're back at home for the second game of today's episode. Doncaster Rovers hosting Luton Town, and the most important thing about this game, you could say, is that Watson, the future star, is making his debut. Luton Town sitting in 5th place. We're just outside the playoffs, still very early doors, in 7th place, but a win would take us onto level points with Luton, which would be absolutely ideal. We are at home. We've won the last game. Hopefully, like I say, we can kick on and really pick up some momentum, and I'm very excited that we've got Watson on the field, and like I say, he should, fingers crossed, be an absolute future superstar for us. Oh, there's a lot of space through the middle. We need to be careful here. Oh my god, it's hit the post. It's going to get the rebound. Oh, well, 1-0 down. It looked like a really harmless shot initially. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think that was going to cause any problems whatsoever, but it rattles the post and it comes straight back out for the number 9 to smash in. And early doors, we are behind. There was loads of space in the middle of the defence there. Not a great line. Oh, I'll tell you what, that was a good first hit and just no one reacted. Cam comes off the post and he follows in on his own shot. And we've got some work to do. 1-0 down already. The two Bs working together, Blair and Brown. Blair's bringing it forward nicely as well. Come on, Blair. We've got the stamina. He has got the stamina. Can we drop this back in the box? It could be a penalty. It's got to be a penalty, in fact. Stone Warner Blair. He's turning into the superstar of this team early season. He's been absolutely sensational. It's Johnny Mullins that's going to go into the book for that one. And we get our first penalty of this series. Blair absolutely tearing past him, the number 10. And then just gets chopped down like a tree. And we've got a penalty, and it's a nice early route back into this game. You can see we're giving the tutorial. It's definitely the first time we've had a penalty. It's Ojo that's on it. Is he our best penalty taker? Got to give it to Watson, lads, haven't we? It's his debut. He's the star man in this team. We're going to try and finesse this to the right. Watson to take it, and it's a beautiful penalty in the bottom right-hand corner. Watson tucking it away on his debut. And that, like I say, was a beautiful penalty. Not got the best penalty stats, but you know what? If he's going to be the superstar of this team, we are giving him every opportunity that we can to shine. Lovely penalty tucked away, and we're straight back into this one, lads. Can we have a runner? We can have a runner. Oh my god, Brown, how's he got through that? Knock it into the middle. This has got to be 2-1. Surely it's Matty Blair. Oh my god, that's the easiest chances of all season, and he's missed that one. Well, there's the full-time whistle, lads. It's ended 1-1 against Luton. Luton also then really went in the league, so maybe that's not a terrible result. But first half was super eventful. Second half, Luton just settled for the point. It was such a dull second half. Their possession stats are going to be hugely in Luton's favour. You'll see here, they just kept the ball at the back and turned it into a very, very dull affair. They had only 53% possession. That really surprises me. But a point and a win so far. So a draw and a win so far in today's episode. 2 wins and a draw wouldn't be too bad, but we need to make sure we make that happen now. So here we are, lads. It's the final game of today's episode. We're going away to Stevenage in the league. Like I said just at the end of the last game, if we can make it 2 wins and a draw in today's episode, that's definitely progress from what we were doing beforehand. Still sitting just outside of the playoffs. I always think we fare a little bit better away from home than at home. So I think when we're at home, teams come and sit back, and Stevenage are a team that definitely do that. They're in 13th place in the league. Only 1 point behind us though, which just shows exactly how close this league is right now. Of course, still very early days, but a win could be invaluable. We're playing exactly the same team we did in the last game. Watson playing his second game for us in the middle of the park, and hopefully, like I say, we can be that bit more clinical, because we did have chances to win that last one and pick up all 3 points. I'm just going to play this short. Another one down the bottom. Let's crack one. Why not? Oh, what a save that is. What an effort that was. Absolutely let rip on the left foot there. Keeper makes a fantastic save. We've not really tried many pot shots from range. Maybe we should try more, because I tell you what, that is a strong hand from the keeper. Well, Lund, standing up tall. Well played, Lund. Superb. Right, bring it out now. Bring it out. Brown. Gonna go for the 1-2. Brown's got some space to run into here. Come on, Reese. Get that forward. Gonna whip it in there towards that back stick area. It's not the best ball. We could win the nod down. Oh, we did. It was well blocked, to be fair. Otherwise, that could have been a tap-in. That's half-time. 0-0 in this game, and there has only been one team looking like scoring, and that's been us. We've been absolutely dominant. Don't quite know how we've not got a goal yet, but hopefully, if we keep this up, we can get the goal to take the lead, because we thoroughly deserve it here. I don't think Stevenage have even had a shot yet. It's a good ball out wide. We're going to be in trouble here, aren't we? It's so undeserved for Stevenage. I swear to God, I don't know how we're not winning this game. We've missed so many chances. Our real problem now. I feel like I know we've just conceded, but I feel we're a lot more tight at the back. We're just really struggling to put the ball in the net. Tired legs at the back there, and we're going to pay for it. We're going to lose this game. We just can't find the net right now. And that's full time as well, just as they scored. They scored in the 89th minute. We've lost the game 1-0. It's so undeserved. That might actually be Steven Nidge's only shot in the entire game, possibly. I mean, apparently we only had 2 shots. I swear, we were so dominant. I don't know how we didn't score, really, but the system, again, it feels a lot better than it did last time, mate, but we're just struggling to put the ball in the back of the net, which is really, really frustrating. I don't know if it's the players that we've got. Maybe we should have gone in for another striker. I really don't know, but we're going to be tweaking with the system a bit more between now and next time. It's certainly going in the right direction, but there's still a lot of work to be done. You can see in the league table, we're going to be sitting slap bang in the middle. We are in 11th place now, 9 points. And I mean, 3rd place, which is where we need to be at least, is double the amount of points ahead of us now almost. So we need to start picking up points and start picking up some form very quickly, because at the minute it's win one, lose one, win one, lose one. We need to really improve on that. So hopefully we can start that next time out, because we're just so inconsistent still at the moment. It's absolutely unbelievable. We just need to find, like I say, that player that can be consistently scoring goals for us. I was thinking it was going to be Matty Blair, because he's been okay, but I just think we need someone a little bit better potentially. But that is going to wrap up this episode anyway, lads. Hopefully this journey can be a tale of the way we turned around our misfortunes at the very beginning and then turned it around to guide the team to promotion. Fingers crossed. That's what I'm visioning anyway. But like I said at the start, leave a massive thumbs up on this if you did enjoy the video. Don't forget as well to leave your suggestions for what Watson's attire and number should be, all that kind of stuff. I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Enjoy the rest of your evening, lads. Nidge out.
Yo, his Nidge plays with big games and player reviews are getting insane. He entertains while he elevates, his video quality resonates. On career mode, he got lots of vids uploading off and he's rocking it. He's got the confidence in all his commentaries. Videos range, they often vary. Got need for speed and a road to glory. Just watching vids and you know the story. The content is underrated, I'm understating, so don't ignore the like and subscribe button to support the channel that keeps running. It takes 1 second, like it's free, it costs nothing. Peace.